Hi, welcome back to the shop. This is Dennis, and I want to be talking to you about some char tins and my experience with char tins. Also, do you need a hole? When do you need a hole? How to let air into it if you don't have a hole. Just little things like that. How does it reignite? You can see before us right here variety of tins. You might have a tin underneath your sink that just happens to be, some silver polish, something around the house. You'd be surprised what you could find to recycle. This is just silver polish. Now, it's got to be all metal first. Most your tin has to be, to make char, you got to have it all metal. So this is recycled. Here's an Altoid tin, that's recycled. Here's a Bag Balm tin, that's recycled. This is an old paint tin. It was new, but I hadn't used it for a long time. It was laying around, and so, it's recycled. But yet it was new. You see, there's no labels on it. Now, where can you find these sorts of things? You know that where to get Bag Balm. You know where to get silver polish. Altoids, about every register you go by. But if you have some larger things, like maybe cattails, you could get something like this from your paint store if you don't have one, because they have empty cans, metal cans, for their paint. Cheap. Okay, now, here's another tin. Now this tin is not recycled. I bought this kind of over by the candle aisle in Hobby Lobby, I think. Got a couple of these. They just have a slip-on top. So that was purchased. And this was purchased. This is a good tin. A lot of you would have this type of thing for your fire kit and what have you. Now this has a screw-on lid. But I'm not going to go and take and punch holes in my really good tins. These other ones I just keep around here. But I don't know how many Altoid tins that are around, so I got lots of those. But these with the nice screw, this is a nice tin, And I'm not going to go poking a hole in there. I might need this to seal tight for some reason. But if I was out and I had to make char, I could make char in this without a hole. Okay. What we're doing when we char, for those of you unfamiliar with this, is we're taking let's talk about just char cloth for a moment. Just take some cloth, maybe even like this shirt, 100% cotton. You make a little patch. You put it inside your tin. That's got deer poop in it. But you put it in your tin there, and you close it up. You put it on a heat source. And what's happening is you're burning the contents without oxygen. So that's what ends up carbonizing what's in there. And that would go for whether it's cattail, moose turds, whatever it is, because I use them all. And it's just carbonizing it. Now, if you have a tin that has hinges, like this Altoid, no holes. Don't put any holes in this tin. No holes. You have all the air leakage around this thing that you need. It works perfect. No problem. No holes. Now, in this particular case, this is a paint can, and you know how those things really honker down. They really stick down. Now, you don't have to put a hole in here. You can caulk that lid just enough so there's a little crack there, and the smoke will come out. Problem is, you can't control it that well. So I just went ahead, and you just go like that when you put your stuff in. Just take a little nail and put a little hole in there. That's just a little nail hole. Smoke just comes ripping out. Now, same with this. This is a slip-on lid. So in this case, I want to have a hole in here. That's just enough. When you take it off your fire, it's not going to backdraft and draw oxygen in there and start it on fire. Same with this. It's a slip-on lid. I'd put a hole in there. You try it before you put a hole in, because if you crack it just right, maybe that will work. I've got so much stuff I don't even try to bother with. But if you get too much oxygen in there after you take it off the fire, it will ignite. Okay. Slip-on cover, top needs a hole. Slip-on needs a hole. Needs a hole. Probably should have a hole. This one, no holes. This one, no holes. Okay. It's that simple. You guys, it's time to remember what? Take it outside. Thanks.